public is here with the scoop. Paula, everyone is talking about everything I just mentioned. Let's start with Brittany Mahomes, Taylor Swift. Are they beefing? What's happening?
No, they're not beefing. Here's the deal. Brittany Mahomes liked to post that Donald Trump did.
That's right.
And so people were like, oh my God, she's Donald Trump and Taylor's a Democrat. They're fighting. They're not fighting.
Why weren't they saying sweet together?
Because Taylor's sitting with her boyfriend's parents.
At a recent Chiefs game, fans couldn't help but notice that Taylor Swift seemed to subtly distance herself from her former NFL buddy, Brittany Mahomes. Brittany, the outspoken wife of Chiefs star quarterback Patrick Mahomes, has found herself at the center of controversy for her public support of Donald Trump. While the two were practically inseparable, cheering from the same suite last season, this year's kickoff game told a different story. Taylor and Brittany were spotted in completely separate suites as the Chiefs took on the Ravens. Speculation is swirling about whether Taylor's decision to keep her distance had anything to do with the backlash Brittany'd been facing. Could this be the beginning of a cool-off in their once close friendship, or just a coincidence? Fans are definitely talking.
Football season has just started, and images of Taylor Swift, who, by the way, I do not follow on social media, are all over my IG feed. She's still dating Travis Kelce, apparently, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. And last season, her game day bestie was Brittany Mahomes, the wife of the Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. They were constantly seen sitting together at the games. They hung out outside of the games, and it was said that by befriending Brittany, Taylor was, she found her in with the other football wives and girlfriends and partners.
On September 5th, Taylor Swift made a jaw-dropping entrance at Arrowhead Stadium, turning heads in a bold denim-on-denim look paired with striking red thigh-high boots, a clear nod to her bae Travis Kelce's Kansas City Chiefs. The 14-time Grammy winner, flanked by her tight security detail, made her way to her private suite for the highly anticipated NFL opener. Fans couldn't help but notice the pop superstar sharing the spotlight with Kelce's dad, Ed, while Brittany Mahomes was nowhere in sight. Although Brittany was present, as her Instagram stories confirmed from her own suite, the absence of the once inseparable duo raised plenty of eyebrows. Last season, they were frequently seen side by side, basking in the Chiefs' victories and soaking up the camera's attention. Off the field, the pair's friendship seemed just as strong, with Brittany often spotted out shopping or attending star-studded parties with Swift and her crew. Now, the sudden separation has fans buzzing, and something has shifted in their friendship. Was this just a case of bad seating? Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany, found herself in the hot seat after liking a controversial Instagram post from former President Donald Trump, in which he outlined his divisive policy positions. The backlash was swift, igniting an online debate with many Swifties chiming in, urging Taylor Swift to steer clear of her game day companion. Fans argued that any public association with Brittany could be seen as an indirect endorsement of Trump's views, which is a nightmare scenario for Taylor, who has long been vocal about her own political stance. Speculation ran wild that Taylor's decision to keep her distance during the game was a strategic move to avoid getting tangled in the political drama swirling around Brittany. What fueled the fire even more was Trump himself praising Brittany, calling her beautiful and thanking her for strongly defending him. He even went as far as to mention the post where he discussed hot-button issues like halting the migrant invasion and tackling what he described as the migrant crime epidemic. Trump, as expected, didn't hold back, touting MAGA as the greatest and most powerful political movement in the history of our now failing country. With such heavy statements hanging over Brittany's head, it's no wonder Taylor may have thought it best to avoid any close-up shots together at the game.
Have different political views. And again, like, who here hasn't been cordial to a boss, a colleague, an acquaintance, a friend, a family member when you know that you disagree? And I wonder if it's something with social media. It's very easy with social media to be like, oh, that person's out of my life. They use a hashtag I didn't like. You know, they're done. But then when you see them, of course, nothing could be further from the truth because it's real life.
Does it matter? I don't know what's going on with Brittany and Taylor, but does it matter why Brittany likes Donald Trump's Instagram posts? In other words, it's one thing if a friend is sort of casually like, yeah, I might be leaning right and you might be leaning left, but we can still go and have Christmas dinner together.
Fans are now eagerly watching for the next move in this unfolding drama. Will Taylor keep her distance, or will she and Brittany patch things up for the future Chiefs games? While Taylor Swift hasn't officially endorsed any presidential candidate for the 2024 election, her past comments make it pretty clear that she's no fan of Donald Trump. In fact, back during the 2020 election, the cruel summer singer was outspoken about wanting him voted out of office. So, when Trump recently took to his Truth Social account to applaud Brittany Mahomes for liking a post that supported his views, it undoubtedly raised some eyebrows. Trump's post went on to bash current U.S. leadership, claiming crime and illegal immigration are totally out of control. Inflation is ravaging all Americans, and a world that is laughing at the stupidity of our hapless leaders. He didn't stop there, praising Brittany as someone who loves our country and wants to save it from doom. Trump even teased seeing the Mahomes couple at the Super Bowl, a nod to Patrick's likely return to the big game. Interestingly, Brittany, who's expecting her third child, has since quietly removed her like from the controversial post, perhaps in an effort to avoid further backlash. Meanwhile, Taylor has stayed silent on the drama. But given her track record, like when she famously told her family in her Miss Americana documentary that she felt a responsibility to be on the right side of history by backing President Joe Biden, it's not hard to guess where she might stand. Fans are left wondering if this tension will keep Swift and Mahomes from rekindling their friendship as the NFL season rolls on. After photos of Taylor Swift hugging NFL quarterback Patrick Mahomes made the rounds on social media, a wave of fan backlash quickly erupted. Swifties didn't hold back, slamming the pop star for cozying up to Mahomes, a 29-year-old athlete who has been linked to controversial political stances, with some speculating he's a Trump supporter. The online outrage was palpable. One fan voiced their disapproval, tweeting, "Taylor, girl, that's not very Miss Americana of you. How can you be around someone like that?" A not-so-subtle nod to Swift's 2020 Miss Americana documentary, which drew inspiration from her politically charged anthem, Miss Americana and the Heartbreaker Prince. The song, after all, was a clear critique of the Trump era. Another follower joined the chorus, noting, "It's low-key so humiliating to make a whole documentary about wanting to be more politically active / outspoken and then not making yourself a super politically active public figure." Ouch. Even the most ardent Swifties seemed puzzled, with one fan admitting, "Us level-headed Swifties are just as confused as you." But in true Swiftie fashion, not everyone was quick to judge. Some loyal defenders reminded critics that Swift, who openly supported Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in the 2020 election, is allowed to have friendships that transcend political lines. So, people can't rise above politics as friends? Why not? One fan asked, while another chimed in with a reminder. Just FYI, you can be friends with people who have different opinions, political views, and lifestyle choices than you. It's called being a grown adult. Taylor Swift famously stayed mum on politics early in her career, carefully sidestepping any discussions about Democrats or Republicans. But oh, how times have changed. Over the years, Swift has grown into quite the political firebrand. In 2018, she boldly condemned Marsha Blackburn, a Republican senator from Tennessee, throwing her support behind Democratic candidates instead. And who can forget when she endorsed Joe Biden during the heated 2020 election, even taken to Twitter to deliver a pointed message to then-President Donald Trump: "We will vote you out." Now that's a mic drop moment. It's clear that Swift's journey into the political realm has thrilled many of her fans. One admirer gushed, "I love that Taylor's getting political. Every American has the right to their own political ideas and to express them." And it seems Swift's outspokenness isn't just limited to elections. Michael D., a 67-year-old investment banker from Dallas, Texas, had quite the take, saying, "Taylor has a voice that is all caps, a megaphone. I'd like to see her take a stance on women's issues, youth issues, social issues, LGBTQ+ issues, the NFL draft, drug use, basically any issue other than those affecting her personal business interests."
I just believe very firmly that everyone should be able to live out their love story without the fear of discrimination. And this was the night that President Obama was elected. And so everyone had just gotten the news, and there was this energy about the place. And
With that, Stevie Wonder stands up, and one of the waiters says, "Mr. Wonder would like to make a speech."
Dee even went on to suggest that Swift, with her undeniable star power and influence, could sway his own political views. I think she could, potentially, absolutely change my mind politically, because she's a strong woman who's a role model to my 24-year-old daughter, he continued. Taylor's fearless attitude toward speaking her mind to old, misogynistic men who can't seem to respect any women is exactly what we need right now. He believes Swift could play a crucial role in preparing the next generation of female leaders, saying, "The far right are scared to death of Taylor. She has the opportunity to politically mobilize young women and men, and I think she could." Has the bromance between Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift finally hit a sour note? With recent drama and social media speculation about their connection, fans are now wondering if this high-profile friendship has quietly fizzled out. Could there be trouble in Swift-Mahomes paradise? Or is it just another overblown headline? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want more hot gossip, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for all the latest hot takes.